Hey everybody, thanks for watching the Arkansas Gun Guy, where today I'm going to do a quick overview of the Aimpoint RDS optic that I am running on my APC9 for B&T. When I first bought this weapon, I really wanted an Aimpoint optic to go on there. Just loved the way they looked. But at the time, the T2 was all they had available. And again, loved the way it looked. I think from what I've read, they're indestructible and amazing, but they're also more than I wanted to pay for an optic that's going to just really help me punch holes in paper at the range. So I wound up going with the Holosun, which I liked a lot. I'll post a link to that video in the description if you're curious what it looked like. Love the optic, it was great, but I still just love the look of this, but didn't want to spend the T2 money on it. Well, recently, Aimpoint came out with this Duty RDS. It's almost half the price of the T2 and has a very similar look and lots of similar features. I've not used the T2. I'm sure the guys who use it love it and will tell me this is not at all the same. But for my purposes, I'm really happy with the look of the item, the look of the optic, and then the performance so far. So if you're in the market for an Aimpoint optic and you're torn between the T2 and the RDS, this is a close-up of the RDS and what I know as far as differences between the T2 and the RDS. Similar, where they're very similar, they both take a 2032 battery. They both have a 2 MOA dot. The battery life, even though these are the same battery, is different. This guy's rated at 3 years or 30,000 hours. The T2 is rated at 5 years or 50,000 hours. So again, that didn't prohibit me from wanting to buy this guy for the money. Different settings as well. The RDS comes with 4 night vision settings and 6 daylight settings. The T2 has 4 night vision settings as well as 8 daylight settings. So again, a few more settings for daylight. What I've had with this so far, I've really enjoyed. I mean, it's been totally usable with the daylight settings it has on it. One big difference for me as far as looks, I love the look of the T2 with a rotary knob to adjust your brightness settings. Here you have these buttons, which again, they work perfectly. You can see a close-up of how they were recessed in there, so you can use it with gloves if you need to, but they work very, very well. I just like the look of the knob. Quick note about this optic. It doesn't have shake awake like Holosun or the SIGs do. You have to push a button to turn it on and the dot just pops up on setting 7. It always turns on at setting 7, not your last setting. And you can go up or down from there. I think 5 or 6 is a good number that I run usually. Depends on from inside or outside. And to turn it off, you just press and hold the down button and it goes off. Again, to turn it on, I just push the up button and it comes back on at setting 7 again. Finish seems super durable. It's the pressure forged aluminum, which I again imagine is indestructible. In the box, you get the optic and mount together. You get a Torx wrench, which you use to adjust your elevation here and your windage here. Those are both recessed, so you really can't hit it with your gloves. And they have nice audible clicks when you adjust them, so it's very easy to get that optic zeroed. Again, there's your side compartment for the battery. And again, the other kind of neat feature I like is just how these covers flip up when you put them on there. They're plastic. I hope they last forever. I'm not sure if they're replaceable or not. They appear to be, but they just really pop up pretty aggressively when you pop them up. So, people always try to turn these things and get a view of the optic. I can't do that, especially on the table. I'm not sure you can get it, but it is a 2 MOA dot, super easy to see, super easy to adjust. So if you're in the market for an Aimpoint optic, and you're torn between the T2 and the RDS, and T2 I'm sure is amazing, but for my budget, the RDS really fit the bill. I've shot it, it was easy zero, I've shot it a ton, and it has done great. So if you're ever curious about one, here's a close-up look of the optic itself and what I know about the differences. Thank you so much for watching. And if you would, please like and subscribe. It'd help me a ton with the algorithms. Thanks.